Hey, y'all. Thank you very much for listening to the Naybors podcast.
Yes. How you
And
doing?
we are going to set the kids free. Hold on for a sec. Let's talk about it.
It's the Naybors podcast with Reese and Mike. They discussing different issues that affect our streets and life. Said it's the Naybors. We the Naybors. Yeah.
Yo. What's
Top
going on?
Top of the day. How everybody doing?
So, y'all, we're talking about setting the kids free. You might be wondering, what in the world are we talking about? So how many of you are holding on to your kids very tightly? I mean, very tightly.
Very tightly.
Are you allowing them to grow?
Hmm.
Are you allowing them to see the world? Okay, I'm not letting mine go. And I'm gonna tell y'all the reason why. I'm struggling with it a little bit because I see where the world is going.
Right.
You know, sometimes you kind of want to hold on a little more.
A little more. Right.
But it's not fair though.
Right.
You know, so my kids went to school relatively close to home. You know, when they went to college.
Right.
My daughter, who now has, she was employed before.
Right.
But now she has technically a full-time job.
Okay.
You know.
Okay.
It was full-time before, but, you know, full-time being 8 hours a day.
Right.
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 But now she's working for city government.
Oh, okay.
You
okay.
know. And she's really been enjoying it the last 2 weeks. But come to find out that she has to move.
Oh yeah. Within what, a year?
A year. So she will be moving in probably about, we're looking, because it's, you know, we're looking within the next 8 months, to be honest.
Okay.
Yeah, and we're looking at 8 months because really want her to have the her housing completed before the holidays.
Before the holidays, correct.
You get what I mean? But before the fall, you know.
Right.
I really want her in there before Thanksgiving. Most definitely before Christmas.
Gotcha.
But I really want her in there before Thanksgiving. You know, so it's going to take a lot for me to just let go.
Right.
Especially with everything that's going on in the world.
Yeah. Now, you know, I've been there, done that.
Right.
You know, when my daughter, she's 900 miles away.
Yeah.
And it was hard to cut that umbilical cord. Very hard.
But you know, what made it easy? I mean, not easy, but what has it been, or what did you do to allow that to really happen?
I just let it. I mean, I had to sit down and face reality that she's away in college, and I can't. How can I put this? I can't keep holding on boo-hooing, especially when it's benefiting her.
Right. I got you.
You know, quite a few other friends of mine told me, you know, when she go away to college, you know, you gonna go through it. You gonna be boo-hooing, you gonna go through it. You gonna go through it.
Right.
And you know, and after that, you know, that first year, I was like, oh man, then you know, boom. Then she came back. Oh, cool. But then the second year, it started getting better.
Okay.
Third year, when the hell you going?
Hey.
Bye. And I'm like, shh, goodness. I mean, yeah, it benefits you, but also it's teaching them how to get their own independence.
Yeah, right.
And let them grow. I mean, you know, and you know, you try to tell them, you know, school them the best way you can. Man, not school wise, but going into the world wise.
Right,
if I can put it that way. And you just teach them, like, look, your do's and don'ts and those you do. Be careful doing this. Don't do that. And of course they're gonna make mistakes, but sometimes, you know, they're gonna make mistakes, but the only thing you can do is like, I told you. I told you. And that's a reason why we tell you these things. We've been around the block. We know how it is.
Right.
But you know how some of the kids, oh man, that's old school. I'm like, all right, okay. That old school stuff's still around. Trust and believe.
Yeah. Right.
Trust and believe. You know, and you're always gonna be there for your child, regardless how old they are, how old you are. You're always gonna be there,
Right.
Depending what the situation is. If it's some lollygag crap, no.
But see, I think some of the challenges, like all the stuff we see in the world, right? Or what's going on, do we really want to have them have that experience of them failing? You get what I mean?
Yes and no.
You get what I mean? Though?
Yeah, but you got. I mean, you don't. I know you don't want them to fail, but you let them know what's going on. They got to see for themselves what's going on, and hopefully they'll learn from that as well.
Yeah.
But failure. I mean, depend what it is. You never know when they're gonna fail on certain situations. Right. You gotta let them be. Let them step in it. They gotta venture out and see what can do is good for them, benefit them.
Right.
Then you just have to. Part is kind of hard for them falling back and watching, and you're like, oh man, I wonder if I wonder how is she doing? How are you doing?
Yeah.
Oh man, well, they don't call me like that. Well, they got their own life now.
Yeah, they do.
That's the part that hurts.
They do.
When you was younger, take them to the movies and all. They go all see all the animation movies. Then they get older, all of a sudden,
right?
All of a sudden it's like this, all of a sudden like this. Hey, they fall back, and you sit up there.
Yeah.
But it's like I say, it's hard. It's very hard. But you, in your case, you got two,
right? Yeah,
and one, and it's.
I mean, that might be the challenge as well with me having more.
Right.
On one hand, because it's kind of like, and they're two totally different people.
Right.
Like
totally different. I see
people.
that. Yeah. Right.
And and just how they maneuver and look at life and all that type of stuff is two totally different ways. But it's like, hey, the one that wants to be out and about is the most fearful one.
Right.
Which is funny.
And the other one is just laid back.
Right.
You would think it's be the other way around, but it is what it is.
So my poor little girl, like she wants to be out in the world, but it's like she wants to be out there. Like I said, she wants to be out there, but she's scared for whatever. Like this morning, perfect example. Like this morning, right?
Mm-hmm.
She's on her way to work. Now, what I did not know. I did see that it rained last night, right?
Yeah, right.
But I didn't know how slippery it was.
I know,
right?
Yeah, certain areas got a frost. Ice, yeah.
And so she goes outside, get in the car. Now, mind you, she's like back and forth like this morning. I'm like, what is going on with her? Like, why is she back and forth so much? And then she finally pulls off. She calls me not even 3 minutes later. Dad, I'm like, well, first of all, she calls. I'm like, all right, what's wrong? Like, something wrong because you're calling me right as soon as you pulled off.
Right.
She's like, Daddy. Yes. The ABS light is on. Okay. What are you doing right now? She's like, I'm just sitting here. On the side of the street? Yes. So is the car moving or like, is the light still on? She said, well, no, the light went off. So what were you doing when the light was on? She said, I was driving and then I hit the brakes. And then the light came on. I said, do you even know what ABS stands for? And then I said, okay, well, what do you want to do? You want to continue to drive to work? Or do you want to just come on home and catch an Uber? Because I'm not taking you to work. You get what I mean?
Right.
And especially based on the time, like, you need to hurry up and get there.
Bingo. Right.
Now, granted, she was a little early, so she could have done that.
Right.
You get what I mean? But it's just like, really? Like, hey, what's going on?
But as many times she be putting that foot on the brake, she never noticed the ABS light?
No, I guess she didn't realize how, because the other day, I'll give you an example. The other day, I was showing her, hey, this is what happens when you hit the brake. Do you feel even though the car is sliding and still trying to catch?
Right.
Right. Like, do you feel that? Do you feel the pump back and forth? You know,
Right.
whatever. Again, she's still a new driver, right?
Right.
You know, so I'm like, I need you to have these experiences, especially with me,
Right.
so I could kind of give you a heads up on how things go.
Right.
And I mean, because then the other morning, once again, on her way to work, she felt her car start to fishtail.
Okay.
And so she's like, all right, my dad said, you know, turn into whatever,
yeah,
right?
Right.
You know, and so I'm glad that she's listening.
Right.
And some of these things are happening, so she kind of understands. But then it's just like, how often, because my wife said to me, she's like, she's gonna call you for every little thing. Every little thing. And then wait until she moves.
Hey, how about that?
Wait until she moves. And so what's funny, because the wife, and it's funny that it happened because over the weekend, my wife sent me an Instagram video where this young lady, she keeps getting on the phone. It's like, Daddy, can you come and do? Daddy, can't you come over? Daddy, can you do? And then she responds like, well, yeah, he's here. But Daddy, I need you. You know, so is my daughter going to be the same way?
How about that?
You know, and now I think your challenge is that your daughter, like you said, is so far away.
Right.
You might not be able to get the Daddy, can you come and help me?
No. What about her? I noticed because she got one. She the type of person, she don't hold, when she be driving, she don't hold the cell phone. She got one of them cell phone holders.
Yeah, Janae does too. Yeah, my daughter does
too. And I'll be monitoring her. She be like, will she be backing up a park? I'm like, you know who you drive like? She's like, who? She had this smirk on her face. You drive like your father. You drive like your father. And she said, you know, when they be in the car going up the highway, it'd be traffic. And she'll slow down. And she put her hazards on. And she said that friends be laughing at her. Why are you putting that like, look, that's the way my father taught me.
Right.
Let people know.
Right.
Slow down.
Right.
If not, bam.
Yeah.
And, you know.
Yeah.
It's crazy, but with your daughter, now I think she's really, really listening to you.
Yeah.
And she's being cautious, make sure she's doing the right thing.
Right.
It's going to fade on all the calling.
Oh, yeah, it is.
It's going to fade on the calling. And you can be like, yeah. You might be 99 years old by then, but you know.
Right. You know, but we're saying all this to say, like, how long, you know, we understand that our roles in our kids' lives, right? And I'm not saying like she can't call. We're not saying any of that. But when do we start to really let go?
Right. That's the thing is, time will tell.
Right.
Time will tell. Because there's no expiration date. Right. Everything's going in on that. Time will tell. Like I said, we always going to be there for our kids regardless.
Right.
And we always want them to do better than us.
Right.
And like I said, but that situation, like, time will tell.
You know, so, yeah, and with you talking about your daughter in college, there's some things that, you know, maybe you're for those of you who are listening, if you have college students or people that's, you know, thinking about going to college or whatever else, here's a resource that y'all could use while y'all are there.
Missing the good old college days? Relive those moments with the College Days Word Search book, a fun way to take a stroll down memory lane. Packed with puzzles inspired by campus life, late-night study sessions, and unforgettable friendships, it's perfect for alumni, students, and anyone who loves a good brain teaser. Grab your copy today at Amazon.com and bring the best days back to life, one word search at a time.
So, you know, if you want to help support the channel or whatever else, take a look at that. You know, the College Word Search book can be found on the Amazon store. So, you know, but as you stated, you know, talking about your daughter, you know, driving like you and picking up some of your habits and things like that. You know, I think you could probably feel a little more comfortable.
Right. Correct.
Because in all reality, she picked up probably one of your more positive.
Yeah.
Like you can see your more positive traits, right?
Correct.
You know, but I wonder for those of us that are holding on too tight, are we holding on because we see the negative stuff?
Oh, how about that? Yeah.
You get what I mean?
Right.
You know, is that the reason why we pulling back? Why we don't want them to grow?
Right.
I'm just curious.
Right. Or sometimes people are scared to be alone
Right.
on that scenario.
Oh no, you're right about that too.
So
You're right.
especially if they're their only child.
Yeah.
Excuse
Yeah.
me.
Mm-hmm. I mean, so again, if that's for yourself,
Mhm.
right? You've let go of her going to not just down the street,
No.
because I mean, and granted, my kids they went to school about a half an hour, depending on traffic,
Right.
45 minutes away. But your child went away some
13
12
hours away?
hours.
Yes, sir. Right.
Now the other part of that, like for some of us, hey, hopping in the car, like if there's an issue, like hopping in the car and driving is nothing.
Right.
You get what I mean? But then there are some that's just like, even that half an hour seems too far.
For some people, yeah.
You
Right.
get what I mean?
Yeah.
So I just wonder how many of y'all that's listening, have y'all been able to kind of let go?
Right. And how did you go about fading it out?
Right.
How long it took you? But it's something definitely to ponder.
Right.
Definitely ponder, especially in these time and age. Yeah.
I mean, and I think it's not going to be something that could be done overnight.
Never. Nah. It's going to take some time. It's just like, it's up to you, the individual, because like I said, there's no time limit, no expiration date, whatever. It depends on you, how you feel, or especially how you keep that connection with your child.
Right. Right.
You communicate. I mean, you maybe not be able to communicate with them every day.
Yeah. Right.
Or
right.
talk to them. But somehow my daughter, she'll send me a text, or she'll FaceTime me, talk to me, or she'll be in class, because you never know what they schedule. I would let her contact me, because especially they are an hour behind us. And
right.
I don't know. I'm like, whatever you do, cool. But if not, hey, I understand.
Yeah. I mean, I think that's kind of my approach as well. Like when my kids went to school,
Mm-hmm.
I was like, hey, like, because I didn't talk to them. I only spoke to them like every Sunday.
Okay.
That was but see, that's kind of our normal check-in day.
Gotcha.
So like during the week, I don't bother them.
Right. Family check-in day on the weekend. That's a good thing. That's a good idea. Yeah.
So then on Sunday is normally everybody's kind of slowing down anyway.
Right.
Everybody's trying to get ready for the week.
Right.
If y'all party, it was on Friday night and Saturday night. You get what I mean?
And, especially in college, they might have a class at 3 or 4 o'clock in the afternoon. You never know.
Right. So my thing was like, no, and only give me an hour.
Right.
And that hour, it doesn't even have to be the full hour.
Nah.
Hey, you know what? Just call me on FaceTime.
Whatever. Right.
You get what I mean?
Right.
And just say, hey, this is what's going on, and I'll let you go about your day.
Exactly.
So now that they're home, mine are, home now, like, we still do that.
Right.
We still do that. Like, hey, all right, what's your schedule like this week? What do you need to get
Right.
done? Like, so right now, my daughter needs some windshield wiper blades. If I didn't sit her down last night, the other night on, Sunday,
Right.
And like, hey, yo, what do you need? What's going on? I
Right.
wouldn't have known.
You wouldn't know. Right.
Or, hey, you know what? All your tax information came in.
Right? How about that? That? Right.
So I think those are the type of things that I know that's helped for me.
Okay.
I like, hey, making sure that we keep that time.
Right.
Because then that way, during the week, you could do what you need to do.
Do what you need to do.
Just give me one day.
Right. We ain't trying to hover over you, nothing like
Right,
that.
nah.
You try, do your thing. Especially, it's definitely benefiting you.
Right.
So, just
Right.
like I said, that's what I do. Text her or call her, shoot a quick text,
Right.
whatever. I mean, it's not like you ain't gonna never talk to your child.
Right.
You
Right.
know?
I mean, and I just did one day, especially when they were at school, because, like you said, I didn't want to feel like I was hovering.
Right.
And I didn't want them, I needed them to feel a little free.
You have to.
Just a little free.
It was free, right. I mean, because now, they're 22, whatever, they're technically an adult, but someone, they still your child.
Right. Right.
And, still give them their space, but also still let them know you're there.
Right. And I think that's the key.
That's the key.
I think that's the key.
That's the key. Correct.
So y'all, so let us know what
Yes.
your thoughts are.
Feel free, shoot us a text, email,
Right.
etc.
I mean, I don't know if y'all have my cell phone
Text.
number.
Why did I say text?
You
Oh,
got
my-
your cell phone number?
Yeah.
You want to give it out?
That's all right. We'll keep it on social media.
Y'all know y'all want the kid.
Oh, my goodness.
So, y'all, but we thank y'all very much for listening today.
And stay cool. We'll catch you next time.
Yes, talk to y'all.
Peace.
Thanks for hanging out with us on the Naybors podcast. We hope you enjoyed the conversation and felt right at home. If you like what you heard, don't be a stranger. Subscribe, leave us a review, and share this with your friends and fam. Got something on your mind or a topic you'd love to hear us talk about? Hit us up. Until next time, remember, we're all just neighbors working together for a better community. Stay safe, stay connected, and we'll catch you in the next one.